Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MekHQ. First, a real quick shout out to the MIJ latest follow on Twitch. Thanks for joining us, and I'm assuming that's MIJ and I don't know I don't want to read that because I feel like it would sound too close to something I don't want to say. Yes, here I am. Thanks for joining me. Glad to have you as always. Unfortunately, I have not resolved all of my issues with the chat box resolution on my second monitor. I've got, I think, something better going than I had last time. At least I can see all of what's being said. It's just a little blurry. Um, but I'm not trying to dwell on it for too long. I just wanted to get that out there that I will try to read the chat as best I can. Um, in the meantime, we've got some pretty good maintenance going on the Archer. We do have a mission today that is an assassinate mission that will be against 4 lances of Curatons. Let's see, we've got a bunch of parts have arrived, a bunch of arms, legs, actuators, some armor, ammo, good deal. Had some stuff going on with the Bulldog and the Behemoth tank. We've got a couple refits going on. Bulldog and Behemoth have been removed from the unit roster. Okay. All these parts we can't find because we're on a mission. And then in between, since last time I streamed, oh, okay, maybe I can't read this as well as I had been hoping to. Oh no. Yeah, no, I can't see this as well as I thought at all. Let me see if I can change something real quick. That might help. I can find it real quick. Transform? No, no. No, I might just have to go chatless on this one. I can read a lot of them, but most of what's above there is just too blurry to see. That's I can tell that's Werewolf Emerson. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to interact with the chat as well as I would like to. Yeah, like I was saying, while I was off screen, I did spend some XP for some personnel that no one was particularly attached to. And I was able to get a hold of Wyvern a while back, and he said that he trusts me to spend Frederick French's XP. He's got a bit of catching up to do. But what I was thinking, and this is open to debate, but I was thinking of getting him this gunnery missile SPA, which would improve his gunnery when it comes to missile weapons by 1 point, with the this gunnery specialization as a prerequisite. But he could shore up his energy or ballistic penalties, or he could just go full on into missile, and I think missile is what I'd like to do. Might have to discuss it on Discord later because the chat, fill me in. Why has it gone blurry for? Why is my chat blurry? I don't know exactly. Something happened to the resolution on my second monitor, and so now it's got the sides of the screen chopped off, and so I can't expand OBS to its full size, and I don't have the chat bar on the side where I can normally see the chat. So let me see if I can make the display a little bigger, maybe. Nope, that's as big as it gets. So I apologize. I'm not sure how it happened. I've tried everything I can think of to fix it. I've tried disconnecting the monitor. I've tried restarting the computer. I've tried fiddling with every resolution setting or zoom setting I can. I've tried pressing little buttons on the monitor, trying to get it to adjust the picture size, and nothing seems to help. All of the resolutions that I can select are not the right one for the monitor for some reason. Even the recommended resolution, which and here's the funniest thing about it, the strangest thing about it in my opinion, is that when I'm only using that monitor as the primary monitor, it's fine. I can see everything perfectly on that monitor, but as soon as I hook up my main screen and this becomes my secondary monitor, it goes wonky. You can change the resolution of the other monitor. Are you mirroring or have it as two separate monitors? I have that as two separate monitors. Second monitor you can see is selected. This is the resolution I'm on right now. This is the one that sizes things to where I can actually press the buttons at the bottom of OBS. But this is the one where I thought I'd be able to see the chat box, and I can't. Let me try. Hold on. Let me. What does this button do? No, that doesn't help any. I think this is the best I'm gonna get. Oh, actually, when it goes black, I could see if you go to display setting on the background, you need to have two different resolutions. Yeah, I have different resolutions for the two monitors. But enough about that. If I need to read the chat, I guess I'll just minimize things like I just did, because that seemed to make things more legible, because you're not overlaying the chat on top of other text. So yeah, like I'd said, Frederick French has enough XP for an SPA, or he can save it for gunnery. He can spend it on edge. Maybe melee would be an SPA we could take. I'm open to suggestions, but right now I'm leaning towards gunnery missile, which is basically, in the mech he's in, it's basically just an extra point of gunnery for half the cost. The SPA, how about getting the weathered one or the melee one? The melee one is definitely on the short list of things that I would consider getting him. Weathered, I think, takes like 60 points, 60 XP. All weather, 60 XP, yeah. We're gonna have to save up a while for that one. Honestly, for 60 points, I think what I'd rather have is Sniper, which, if you don't know, halves your range penalties. So you get a +1 at medium range and a +2 at long range, which is on average about the same as another point of gunnery. Okay, chat is popping off. Is weathered the PSR or hit penalty one? It is the hit penalty one. That one and blind fighter, each one weathered affects weather penalties. Blind fighter affects darkness penalties, but they both negate the first point of penalty. So +1 penalty becomes no penalty. A +2 penalty becomes a +1, etc. That said, so this is the mission that we're looking at right now. We do have an attached ally. Our liaison is in a Charger 1A1. That is the old school 5 small laser Charger. Unfortunately, she's a 6.6 pilot, so I'm not expecting her to be very effective in that mech, even as a melee mech, but we're going to try it anyway. We're up against 4 lances of enemy mechs, largely tanks. We've got a couple of Saladins that are kind of scary. some lights. I'm seeing 3 Panthers, Jenner, Stinger. We've got a couple mediums at Hermes and a couple Griffins, and we've got a couple of Dragons as well. Now, our assassinate target is this Griffin 1N with a 4/6 pilot, which you may notice is allowed to start in any position on the board. I'm not entirely sure which board edge this guy is trying to escape off of, but if he can deploy anywhere on the board, what's to stop him from just escaping on turn 1? I'm not sure. So we'll see how that plays out. We do also have allied artillery on the board, and we have some aircraft support in the form of a Stuka and a Chippewa. So our objective is to destroy the designated target or disable it while routing any escorts. The target cannot be allowed to leave the battlefield, so might be just going after that Griffin with all we've got. The liaison will deploy along your force in a battle mech under your command to keep them alive. Artillery and air support. Now it wants me to deploy Tonga Lance, but we were discussing this on the Discord, and I don't know if Tonga is the lance I'm going to deploy. I'm thinking I'm going to use support points. I'm going to deploy Mariana and Galatea instead. Or actually, no, I didn't really consider that Tonga was the one selected for this mission. I'm having second thoughts. Tonga or Mariana and Galatea. I feel like Tonga's seen a lot of action this contract already. Tonga, Galatea, Mariana, Tonga, Galatea, Tonga, Mariana, Tonga, Tonga, Tonga. Yeah, especially through like this region, it feels like they've got a lot of deployments. Slightly less in this area, but I still feel like they've got the majority of the deployments from the 3 lances. So we will... which one? We'll have Mariana, I think, deploy on the mission, and then Galatea as backup. Alright, so that should give us enough of an edge that we can thoroughly demolish 13,000 points worth of enemies. Especially with the air support that we've got and all that. So it's a Dusk Dawn, Clear Calm, 50 by 50 map, Coastal Boreal Town, which is not a map that I'm familiar with right off the hand. First things first, maximize that, minimize that. Select map. Oh, okay. That's an interesting map. Very interconnected. Jump jets are going to be very important. There's no real long straight lines except for like this one. And we've got this guy here. Even this line is broken up into a few pieces. What's going on in the chat? Very dishonorable, should offer single combat samurai style. I disagree. I think that overwhelming force is the best kind of force. And that was what the guys in the Discord had said was fine with them, so... now, single combat could be interesting if it was, say, our Atlas against the Griffin. Designated target. Let's give him some bright camo if we can. We make him like this. Okay, yeah. So that makes him a little easier to spot in the crowd. Yeah, he's red, everyone else is more gray. Let's see, I'm not seeing any pilot abilities on their side. Who's got the biggest BV? It's going to be the Grand Dragon with the 3-5 by a significant margin, followed by ooh, that's an interesting way of sorting things. Okay. So, yeah, Grand Dragon is actually a bigger threat than our Rifleman, looks like. Alright, shall we carry on? We do have a reroll if we need it, but... oh, I didn't even notice when we're deploying. But we're... oh, we get to deploy anywhere as well. Well, that is certainly interesting. Let's start by putting the charger, I think, where he can see as much of the map as possible. Actually, this way he can see down this street as well. And I think radar is probably the best way for him to deploy. Okay, we still don't know where they are. The jump capable Wolverine. Jeez, this map is a mess with all the hexes highlighted in yellow. That way he can see down into this cul-de-sac. If needed, he can split off this way, or he can jump or head south this way. Oh, we see something. We see a Pegasus Scout. Let's go ahead and line Frederick French, aka Wyvern, up behind the Pegasus. Not that I think he'll be able to keep up with it. Actually, no. Let me put him... more central, I think, in case he has to run somewhere else. But I do want to try to box in that Griffin as much as possible, and I have no idea yet where he is. How about I put the Rifleman right here, I think? Or no? Let me start him closer to where everyone else is, but ready to move that way if he needs to. Are they just concentrating all up here? Grand Dragon, Stinger, Saladin. Yeah, we need to back Wyvern up a lot. Let's start with the Banshee, say here, where she can get in some long-range fire. Let's say the Atlas here, where he can engage at close range. Alright, so we've won initiative. The designated target is going first. We've got a sensor return. We've got artillery incoming. Where do we have artillery incoming? Looks like under the Grand Dragon. Let's see, is that one sensor return the only one we see? See this guy. Yeah, that's the only one we see. Start by getting the charger. Here. Oh. Wait. Not. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. rifleman likewise is facing the wrong way. Did he seriously roll a 2? Oh my goodness. Alright. No whammies? Okay, we made it that time. Okay, I see the Hermes now. Stinger still hasn't gone yet. Saladin still hasn't gone. And we have, oh, we have a Scorpion down here. I think I'm less worried about the Scorpion. I think I'm going to stand and deliver unto this Pegasus. I'd take it out in one round real quick. Saladin. Let's see. That AC-20 is on your front, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I need to get out of your front arc. Okay, 2. You can do that. Rifleman rolls a 2, falls 0 levels on its right side, taking 6 damage to the right arm and right leg. I kind of like Stingers. I kind of don't, if I'm honest. They're too fragile and too poorly armed. I'll take a Wasp over a Stinger any day of the week. So yeah, 5 damage to the arm, 1 to the leg, 0 damage from the skid. Managed to avoid taking damage. Is he going to fire or what? Calculating all the different potential targets he's got, because there's a lot. No? No. Who designated target as 2? Okay, that seemed to work. In case you missed it, I kicked the princess bot that was running that team and reinstalled a new princess. Yeah, let's go to cluster munitions and we'll save that gun for last. And those will be 8s and 7s. Oh, we'll throw in the small laser on the 10. It takes all the fun out of it if they'll be shooting back. No, I can't shoot. I would. Yeah, I would say it's less fun if they don't shoot back, but that's just my opinion, man. Alright, Petra has no targets. Wyvern, you came here to kill a Saladin, and let's see if you can do that. We go to 4 heat? Yeah, let's go to 4 heat. Wolverine's got a 12 on the Stinger. That's unlikely. We've got an 11 on the Pegasus. Yeah, I think the Pegasus being the easier target. You fell down. Can't believe you did that. Let's see. Atlas missing his first 4 shots, landing a medium laser on the Pegasus's turret. Landing 2 SRMs to the turret on the right side, and missing with the LBX auto. That's disappointing. I was really hoping to get something good out of that. But sometimes the dice just conspire against you. The Degenerate, the Archer, missing on 9s. Let's see. Wyvern at the Saladin, hitting with all kinds of SRMs. We've got 3 rear hits from the first SRM4, and 1 to the left side, costing it a movement point. We've breached the armor. We've immobilized it. We've destroyed it by a watery grave. And then I'm sure we will continue to just annihilate it. Let's see, the Pegasus landing a medium laser on Atlas's right leg for 5, down to 36 armor there. The Wolverine missing the Pegasus on 11. Grand Dragon at Wyvern, landing 2 medium lasers to the right torso and left arm. No one took enough damage to need a piloting skill check. No one, I think, is close enough for melee attacks. Let's see, we've won initiative. I guess the artillery and the aircraft haven't deployed yet. So, we don't have to worry about them in the initiative order yet. Starting with the lower priority mechs, I'm thinking. Let's see, what's going to be the fastest path to get there? Looks like hanging a right here is actually significantly shorter path than coming down here and turning up this way. Just stopping by to say hi. Hey, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Sorry, I'm having trouble with the chat. Is that random guy? It's hard to read your name. Yeah, that's random guy. How's it going, random guy? Glad you could stop by. You may have just missed your character whiffing almost completely on this Pegasus with a bunch of 8s and a 7. But it is what it is. Sometimes the dice just don't like you. Okay. Get this rifleman up and out of here. We can, please. Moving all of 2 hexes, and that with a piloting check. Jeez. Leona Earl is drunk. Yeah, that's a good explanation for it. He did not do a great job at shooting this turn, this past turn. Now we're looking for a Griffin. We haven't seen it yet. I haven't got any more radar blips anywhere on the map. Maybe he's around here, maybe he's not. Maybe we want to explore more, or do we concentrate on what we can see? Oh, how did he not see that Saladin before now? Length 8. Jeez. That's level 0. What the hex is that? Is that just a hex zero level 0 hex? Oh, we're gonna melee that Grand Dragon in the back. And the Stinger jumped 5. It's gonna be pretty evasive. This Pegasus is gonna be less evasive. But the Stinger, I feel like one good hit on the Stinger would leg it, you know? Or disarm it or something. Thumper's raining down. Long Tom landing almost directly on the Jenner, landing on his center torso and left leg, going internal but not getting the crit, and also hitting the Banshee for 5 to the center torso, down to 35 armor there. The Jenner takes another 15 from the last Thumper to the left arm, critting out both medium lasers, left leg destroyed, left torso takes 6 damage. Heavy woods converted to light woods. Jenner falls on its rear, takes 4 to the right torso rear, fails to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 7. Okay, so artillery did the Jenner in. Alright. Random guy, how drunk is Earl? Can he hit a Saladin at +5? Only need to hit once, but it needs to be a good hit. I don't think that's gonna do it. I think those are all gonna miss. That's just the fact of the matter. Let's see, this Grand Dragon is actually their big boy. Their 3-5 pilot with a 1500 point mech. And that is well within minimum range. Or maybe we can throw a couple of 11s at that. Maybe a 9. Hopefully, maybe we can hit a fuel tank or something. And then we'll throw a couple small lasers at the Grand Dragon because why not build up a bit of heat? Fours on the Grand Dragon. Wow. He was not at all evasive. We'll hover at 4 heat. Oh, we've got a 7 on the Stinger. Do we take it? How much damage would a large laser do to a Stinger? It would go internal anywhere except the chest. But it wouldn't blow anything off or completely destroy anything. You'd have to follow it up with a medium laser or an SRM. Historically, we've not been great on 7s. This Pegasus has a medium laser and 12 SRMs, so it's definitely more of a threat. Yeah, the Stinger's gonna have to wait. Go up to 4 heat to fire a full alpha strike. Arvik, you've got no targets, and Charger as well. Nothing within range, nothing going to be within range. Atlas at the Saladin, landing a hit to its front, down to 13 armor there. The Hermes missing on 11s and 10s. The Banshee landing a medium laser on the Saladin's right side, down to 5 armor there. Landing all 10 pellets of the LBX. First 4 of the first 5 all hit it in the rear, right side, and front, immobilizing it. So it is super duper immobilized and stunned. Nice. And the 2 small lasers at the Grand Dragon hit the left arm and the right torso rear. The Stinger missing on 9s. The Saladin, oof, landing that autocannon 20 on a 9 gets a 10 to the Atlas's right torso. Down 12 armor there. That was a big whopping hit. That was not good. Wyvern at the Grand Dragon, spraying SRMs all over the place. Hitting largely the center torso, it looks like. Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg, right and left torsos. Almost get a critical hit on the chest. Looks like he's down to 10 armor on the right arm, 7 armor on the left arm, 8 armor on the left torso. So yeah, we just sandpapered him down to single digits. Pegasus missing on 7s. Wolverine at the Pegasus, landing the large laser on the turret and the medium laser to the left side, immobilizing it. And then the SRM-6 lands 4 of its missiles, all to the left side, immobilizing it some more. Grand Dragon at the Atlas, landing 2 medium lasers at the center torso and left torso. And Atlas needs a 6 due to damage, rolls a 3, falling on its left side, taking 10 damage to the right and left torso. Alright, torso's down to 7 points. Things are looking grim. That Saladin messed us up, fool. The Grand Dragon also goes down, having taken 40 plus damage, taking 5 damage to the left leg and 1 to the left arm. No one failed their seatbelt check, so no consciousness checks are needed. Petra will go ahead and kick the Grand Dragon on a 2, yes please. Wolverine will go ahead and kick the Pegasus on a -1. Okay, the Grand Dragon taking 19 to the left torso, critting out his rear-facing medium laser and leaving it with 3 structure remaining. Wolverine kicking the Pegasus in the front for 12, leaving it with 14 armor and immobilizing it further. That Grand Dragon is now at 5 heat. Everyone else is at 4 or less. Mostly our guys are at 4 and less. Let's see, we've 1 initiative going into round 3. Thumpers and Long Tom will be landing in 1 turn. Starting with the Charger, yeah, we're gonna come up here, turn this way. All that with the Rifleman, who's just going to book it up this way, might as well sprint. I'm surprised this Jenner hasn't bailed out. He's almost missing an arm and he is missing a leg. Oh, and the artillery is coming at him strong. I need to get away from that Jenner. Hermes hasn't gone yet. That makes it difficult to plan what I'm gonna do. I think I want to have the Banshee maybe back up and take advantage of the Saladin's immobility. Oh, I forgot the Saladin is also stunned, so we don't have to worry about his gun either. Hmm. Oh, the AC just kicked on. Let me turn that off real quick. Alright. That'll keep blowing for a minute, but it should only be a minute. Um, yeah, we're already 40 minutes in. Excuse you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get within stomping distance of the Saladin. Need a 5 to get up. We did it. Alright, the Hermes has moved to there, so we're going to move there and try to knock him out. It's a height 3 building. I don't think we'd be able to see him from there. We've got to jump it. Alright, Atlas needed a 5, got an 8. That's cool. Jenner tries to stand up, needs a 12, rolls an 8, takes 4 damage to his remaining leg. Needs a 12 to avoid damage, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 10. Thumpers landing on the Jenner, destroying his left arm. Turning a couple of woods hexes into rough hexes. Jenner takes 5 more damage to the head, needs a 7 to stay conscious, and does not make that 7. It was a 5. So the Jenner is immobile on top of everything else. So he's toast because the artillery is just going to rain down on him until there's nothing left. Wait, Grand Dragon didn't stand. What did you do? You did not move. 0 movement points spent. What's your armor like? Single digits in a lot of places. About to lose that left arm. You're not worried about losing that left arm. It's that right arm you're worried about. Let us perhaps 9s. 9s is not great. We can leave the Grand Dragon for a turn or so, I think. The fire happened. Whoosh. Let's see. Right side is weak. And that's gonna take probably just the mediums. Yeah, we can do a secondary target with the mediums to the right side. Okay, fire the large. Skipping all the mediums for now. We'll skip small as well. The SRMs. And the LBX of the Grand Dragon. Mediums, right side of the Saladin. We'll stop at 4 heat. Petra on the Grand Dragon, however, needs 7s. Not much point shooting at the Jenner, I'd say. 7s and 5. That's coming at his left side. Is where his torso is open. Can we frame him hard enough to get to his center open? Yeah, we should be able to do that. Let's throw in some medium lasers. And the LBX. 2 heat. Done and done. Wyvern at the Hermes needing 7s. Not going to fire everything because I don't want to overheat too bad. Should be, what, 8 of them? 8 of the 10? Eights. Eights is not bad. Our heat, however, is not great. We'll stop at 3 heat. Keep the large laser silent this turn. Narvik is badly out of position, not in any place to do anything, so it's the charger. Atlas. First medium laser he fires at the Saladin goes into the right side and destroys the Saladin. So that's an autocannon 20 off the field. That is important. That is good. Banshee at the Grand Dragon, hitting the center torso with a PPC, right leg with a PPC. Medium lasers to both arms, the left leg, left arm again. The LBX, hitting with 6 pellets. After a -4 to the roll due to a glancing blow. Trying to get crits on the center torso, trying to destroy that left torso, and just not getting it. The Hermes missing on 12s and 9s, the Stinger missing on 11s. Archer on the Hermes, landing missiles, right, left, right. Left leg, right arm. Center torso, left leg. Left torso, right leg is down to 10. Left torso is down to 8. Right leg is down to 6. So hurting, but not bad. Yeah, indeed. We're doing great. Yeah, we still haven't found the objective yet, though. Teamwork makes the dream work. Indeed it does. Now, if only we knew where our assassinate target was and which side of the board he was trying to escape off of, that would be just outstanding. Wolverine landing 4 SRMs on the Stinger to the right torso, left arm, left torso, but not getting any breaches. Grand Dragon at the Alice, hitting a medium laser to the center torso. Hermes falls from the missile barrage, taking 4 more to the right torso, down to 6 armor there. And we're going to kick him on a 3, hopefully. Can we kick him on a 5? That's remarkably good. Okay, so the Archer kicking the Hermes in the center torso, destroying the armor, going internal, getting crits on the engine and gyro. Wolverine kicking the Stinger in the left leg, destroying it and transferring into the left torso. Stinger goes down, takes 2 to the right arm, needs 12 to avoid damage, fails, needs a 3 to stay conscious. That Hermes is also pretty well out of the fight, I think, with the engine and gyro hit. Let's see, our Atlas is at 4 heat, the Banshee and the Archer are at 2, the Wolverine is at 3. The Stinger is at 2 heat, the Hermes is at 4, which is surprising for a Hermes. The Hermes runs cool as heck. Got an autocannon 5 and what, 2 medium lasers, if I recall? Ooh, going into round 4, we've won initiative, but only by virtue of the bonuses that we have due to our leadership scores. Let's see. Yeah. We're at 98.85% of our battle value. The OP4 is at 76.39. Designated target is still at 100%. 0 units have fled. Which is good. I want him to flee. To kill him. Oh, there is suddenly a tank on top of Yarvik. Is that a threat? It is not. It has an SRM2. It is pretty well armored, but I don't think the rules incorporate drones in any fashion. We just sprint? Let's run, see if we can get eyes on this sensor return. There's a Panther. Is this where they all are? I need to get the Wolverine down there. Okay, we've got a pair of Panthers and a sensor return. We're gonna go ahead and we're probably gonna flip arms, shoot that high scout drone carrier, but we want to be up here where we can. That might be a griffin. That might be the griffin that we need to kill. Can we not roll snake eyes again? Thank you. Hermes hasn't gone yet. I'll hold off on that. See, the stinger is missing a leg now. He's not going anywhere. There's a griffin, but it's not the griffin. That Hermes tried to get up more than once. I think that's the way I want to be facing. I'm not sure. Oh no, that's a tank. That's a tank that we already immobilized. So yeah, I want to be facing the Hermes. Oh, the dragon got up. What are we looking at as far as one light woods is in play? He's just outside minimum range, which is perfect for the PPCs. His rear armor is actually surprisingly thick, though. I want to get into medium laser range. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, we'll do medium laser range, maybe one PPC. Meanwhile, at a bar across. Sorry. At a bar across town, a girl has a weird feeling they forgot something important. There's my cursor. Alright, so the Stinger tries to get up, needs a 12, takes 2 to the head, needs a 5 to stay conscious, needs a 12 to avoid damage, needs a 7 to stay conscious. The Hermes failed to get up, takes 4 to the right leg, needs an 8 to avoid damage. Now he's sprinting with a damaged gyro, needs a 10, gets an 8, falls, takes 4 to his left arm. Needs a 3 to stay conscious. Tries again, sprinting, needs a 10, gets a 4, takes 4 to the left arm, needs a 10 to avoid damage. Needs a 10, rolls a 6, takes 4 to the right leg, crits on his foot. He's going to need 11s now when he sprints. He does manage to avoid taking another point of damage at least. Dragon got up. Dragon runs and turns on pavement successfully twice. Barely. Oh, the MIJ is here. I apologize if I'm having a hard time with the chat. I gave you a shout out at the beginning of the episode, but I am having a hard time reading the chat, so I will do my best. But I'm glad you could join us. Glad you're here, and we're here for about another hour and change, and we are currently trying to find a griffin, which has not made itself known yet. There's this Jenner, which is prone, is just taking artillery fire all over the place, left torso destroyed. Oh, Long Tom landed on top of the Atlas, taking 5 to the left arm, left leg, left torso, right leg. At least it didn't hit that right torso. That would have been bad. Left torso is down to 17. That's not great. The Grand Dragon also taking 5 to the right leg, but not getting the crit. The Jenner taking another 15, destroyed by damage. Atlas needs a 6, gets a 6. Thank goodness for that Forest Ranger perk that negated the +1 penalty for the jungle. So hurrah for that. His days as a logger came in handy. Yeah, I wanna tear up this Grand Dragon, and on 8s, I think I want a chunk of damage. We'll see if that pans out. We'll do the SRM. And then into his back, we'll launch, I'm thinking 1 PPC. The LBX, just to keep the heat in check. Whole bunch of medium lasers, a couple small lasers, and the SRM. That puts us at 2 heat. No worries. I'm working, so mainly just listening to mech stuff while I finish out the day. Interesting so far. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad you're not, there's no pressure on me. I'm just narrating what I'm seeing here. But yeah, glad you could join us and be along for the ride. So yeah, 2 heat from the Banshee. Sounds good. Into the Grand Dragon. Hopefully he doesn't survive. Wyvern over here mopping up this Hermes. I'm gonna stop at heat neutral. Let's see. Wolverine has no targets anymore, unless, yeah, he does have the extended torso twists, which means that we can actually, ooh, 1 large on 7s or 3 9s with the medium. We'll do the 7. We will be shooting at this high scout drone carrier, which has but a single SRM2, which he needs. What does he need to hit us? 11. So we'll need 8s to hit him. That's going to be both larges and both autocannons, all on 8s. Thank goodness for double heat sinks. Alright, the High Scout drone carrier misses on his 11. Atlas at the Grand Dragon landing the LBX just barely. Glancing blow, 5 to the left leg, stripping it down to 0 armor. Missing with all of the medium lasers, but landing 2 SRMs to the right torso and right arm, down to 3 armor there. The Banshee at the Grand Dragon, missing with the PPC, landing the LBX, solid hit to the left arm, destroying it and transferring into the left torso rear. Glancing a medium laser off the right arm, solid hit to the left torso rear again, down to 1 structure on that left torso. Medium lasers to the center and right torso rear. Archer at the Hermes, landing SRMs to the rear. Right torso rear is down to 1. Left leg is down to 6. Right torso rear is internal. Left arm is down to 1 armor. Left arm is internal. Center torso rear is down to 0. Right torso rear is internal. Critted on his autocannon. Center torso rear critting on his gyro. And then getting 2 more crits on the engine, killing it by engine destruction. So that is a Hermes that might actually end up being salvageable. Wolverine at the Stinger, landing a solid hit on his right leg, and with a 9, actually, kind of wish I had fired the mediums and the SRM instead of the large. See if we could land some more hits, but I'm not complaining. We did hit what we shot, what we fired. Yarvik and the Rifleman needing 8s and rolling 3s and 4s and 6s, so none of that hits. Grand Dragon needs a 6 to stay standing because he took 20 points of damage and gets an 11. Let's see. Earl does not have anyone to punch. Neither does the Wolverine, the Charger. Right. So our Atlas is at 4 heat. Banshee and Wolverine are both at 2. Everyone else is at 0. Looks like all of the enemies are at 0 heat as well. Or at least the ones we can see. We've finally lost initiative going into round 5. Boo-hoo. Let's see, we're at 98.4%. Op 4 is at 67%. We still have not found that designated target. Although, did I see something? I did not see something. We do have a sensor return up here. What was that? That was a tank? That was a Scorpion tank. No big deal. Still no indication of where that other Griffin could be. Alright, let's get you out away from that artillery that's incoming. I know you need a 4. Yes, we can do that. Let's see, Wyvern. Come over here and start trying to box in the Scorpion tank. We're not nearly close. 3, 6, 9. That's extreme range at best. He hasn't even moved yet. Maybe we can come down here and finish off this Pegasus. Oh, Scorpion moved down by the Charger. And I don't know where the Dragon went. Nope. That Dragon has gotten away, looks like. Don't know where he went. Oh, there's a pair of Panthers. Go ahead and get up in their faces. Oh, I found the Griffin. Or rather, he found me. The Stinger pilot blacks himself out trying to stand. Thumpers landing on buildings and terrain. And Wyvern would have hit him in the head, but he rerolled it with edge. He has 1 edge remaining. Instead takes 5 to the center torso rear. That's just great. Scorpion tank is outside of visual and sensor range. Do we have eyes on the Stinger? Ew, he's just up high enough that we have eyes on the Stinger. Hey, how are you today? I'm doing pretty well. Everyone is taking naps in this battle. Carpet Ice, welcome to the party. Glad you could join us. We want to hit this guy in the right leg if we can. And on a 6, maybe we can do that. Yeah, we'll try that on a 6 and an 8 and some 10s. Ooh, that 6 is actually really tempting. Yeah, we'll go up to 4 heat to get the LRMs in there instead of one of the mediums. Petra has no targets, I don't think. Blocked by woods. Oh, do we have eyes on the stinger? We do. Throw a couple PPCs that way, just for kicks. Wyvern at the Pegasus. SRMs can't be aimed, but we're all going to hit. Let's see, the Wolverine and Yarvik. Let's start with the Charger actually first, because we know he's got no targets. Let's see, Yarvik has bigger guns than the Wolverine, I think. Blocked by terrain. 8s. Yeah, we'll take a pair of 8s. We'll actually take a trio of 8s and a pair of 9s, putting us at 2 heat. Need to take out this Griffin. We'll do an 8, a 10. Do an 8 and 2 10s. Puts us at 4 heat. Then we can pick or punch the Panther. Atlas, landing his LBX on the Stinger's right leg, destroying it, transferring into the right torso rear. Up here, guys, into the ground. Yeah, yeah, people are getting grounded, for sure. The Stinger just lost his left arm and everything else. Literally everything else. His center torso rear is open and he just took a hit to the engine. 2 structure remaining. The Banshee is going to finish him off with the PBC. Panther landing 2 SRMs on the Wolverine to the right arm and left leg. Not a big deal. Archer at the Pegasus. Looks like front is down to 8 armor, right side is down to 8. Rear is still at 17, that's funny. Turret is down to 4, right side, fuel tank explodes. So that is a Pegasus out of action. I mean, more out of action than he already was. He was already kind of out of action. The Rifleman at the Panther landing a large laser, to the left arm, medium laser to the center torso, missing with everything else. Wolverine at the Griffin, missing on 8s and 10s. Griffin at the Wolverine, missing on an 11. Alright. Earl's not going to punch or kick anyone, neither is Wyvern. Yeah, we can punch him in the leg, I think, on a 7. And you can kick this Scorpion tank that's standing under you on a 6, hopefully. Oh yeah, 16 points of damage to the rear, destroying the Scorpion tank. Very nice job. Panther kicks the Wolverine in the right arm for 7. Wolverine punches the Panther in the right leg for 7. 7, does it? Must have a quirk. Wolverine was kicked, needs a 4, gets a 6. Atlas is at 4 heat, Wolverine is at 4 heat, Rifleman is at 2 heat. Panthers are at 3 and 4 respectively. The Griffin is at 2. That is our designated target Griffin. We've won initiative, but only by virtue of our bonuses. We're at 98.0%. They're at 60.9%. And it's my turn to deploy. Reinforcements have arrived, boys and girls. Now, how do we get to that Griffin as fast as possible? It's going to be the quick draw. That's going to be here. And that'll spit us out here. Versus if we stand here, that'll spit us out here. Okay, I think with the quick draw, we're going to go this way. think with the Orion, we're going to go that way. I guess the Warhammer can start here. The Marauder can start here. Artillery will be landing in 1 turn. Alright, starting with the Orion, let's go ahead and sprint you up to here. Quick draw, go ahead and sprint here. Warhammer is going to run and hopefully make a 4. The Marauder will sprint there. Alright, Griffin still hasn't moved, which must mean that he won initiative within his turn. Alright, can I make a 5? Thank you. That's going to be a 7 and a 9. No, no thank you. We'll just go there. Make it? Okay, you made it. Alright, need a 4 for moving backwards up a hill. Made it. Oh, the Griffin wants to play. He did not come here to mess around. That is a height 4 construction factor 100 building. We can jump up there and follow him till the ends of the earth. And everybody succeeded their piloting checks. Thumper turned some light woods into rough, hit some buildings, destroyed some buildings. Yeah, destroyed 3 buildings. Damage. Okay, yeah, it's like right there. Alright, since I'm pretty sure only the Wolverine is going to be firing at the Griffin, let's go ahead and knock that out first. We've got 8s on him. We'll do 8, 8, and 8 with the SRMs. Random guy. Excuse me, Earl. You have 13s. You have 13s with everything. Got an 11 with the LRM. Take that. Metro with the PPCs. Outside of visual range. Nothing doing there. Wyvern's got no targets. We've got, Jarvik has 8s on the Griffin. Or 7s on the drone carrier, which, yeah, I don't care about that drone carrier right now. Let me try and knock out this Griffin. Alright, the High Scout drone carrier missed on a 7. The Wolverine missing all 3 of his 8s. However, Earl coming in with 12 LRMs to the Griffin's right torso and left arm. Nice. Panther at the Wolverine hits the center torso, almost gets a critical. Other Panther lands 2 LRMs, or SRMs, to the left arm and left torso. Rifleman landing 1 hit to the right leg of that Griffin, down 10 armor there. Chippewa is firing at the Panther, hits him with medium laser to the center torso and SRMs to the left arm and right leg. 9 LRMs to the right and center torso. He's down to 0 armor on that open core. Panther at the Wolverine, landing 3 SRMs to the left torso, center torso, and right arm. Griffin missing the Chippewa, Griffin missing the Chippewa. Stuka at the Panther, landing large lasers to the right arm, destroying it. And another one to the left leg, small lasers to the right leg, going internal and critting on his foot with a small laser. Just goes to show, no matter how small the gun is, it's worth firing. And also 12 LRMs to the center torso, left arm, and right torso. Unfortunately, our Wolverine took 20 points of damage and goes down, taking 5 to the left leg and 1 to the left arm, needing a 5 to avoid hurting the pilot. The Panther that took the foot actuator hit falls on his right leg, leaving him with 3 structure. The other Panther succeeds. The enemy Griffin also succeeds. Physical attacks, I don't think we've got much. Oh, because we're prone, we didn't get a punch or kick. Well, that stinks. I was really hoping to keep pace with that Griffin, who is now at 8 heat. Panthers are at 3 and 5 heat. Everyone else is pretty reasonable. We've got the designated target down to 95%, the OP4 down to 48%. We're hanging out at 97.5%. We've won initiative going into round 7. We've got incoming artillery. Run it. Do we walk it? I think we walk it this turn. Petra can run it. Wyvern. Worth running. Needs a pair of 2s. Worth sprinting. Gonna be what, a pair of 4s? Yeah, we can do a pair of 4s, I think. Yeah, we did it. Alright, let's get into medium laser range of this Griffin if we can roll a 4 up. We can, nice. Let's get Yarvik into his left flank. Right side is his weak side, except for that arm. His right side is also where he's gonna have all of his guns. Let's see. They're in Limbrick. Sprint you. It'll be, what, a 4? Oh. Did not give me a heads up. Those are not... We're not gonna walk on the fuel tanks. No, thank you. Quick draw is getting into position. We make a 3, I hope so. Charger, come down this way. Needs to make a 5. Oh, didn't make it. Landed in the wall. Wyvern made it. twice, needing 4s, got 11 and a 7. Wolverine needs a 4 to stand up, gets a 9. Panther trying to stand up with a damaged foot actuator, needs a 5, gets a 3. Takes 4 to the left leg, 0 armor remaining. And then he succeeds on the second attempt at a sprint, needing a 7, getting a 7. Quick Draw needs a 3, gets a 3. Charger needs a 5, gets a 3. Falls 0 levels on its rear, taking 8 damage to the center torso rear. Critical. 1 armor remaining, and 3 damage to the right leg. Needs a 5 to avoid damage. Skids into building, takes 8 damage to the right arm, down to 7 armor. Okay, so that Charger has hurt himself more than anyone else has hurt him. Thumper, hitting the Panther for 5 to the left torso, hitting our Wolverine for 5 to the right arm. Our Wolverine is down to 2 armor on that right arm. Long Tom landing on the Panther, 15 points to the left torso, left leg, critting on his other foot, and center torso. I'm assuming that's the same. Yeah, that's the same one. Already had a crit on his right leg, foot, and now he's got a crit on his left leg, foot. And then he takes 5 more to the right leg. Was that a thrower? No. 89, okay. Okay, and then 88 takes 5 to the right leg. Okay, that's the problem with having 3 Panthers on the field. Never like those 5 rolls, those always go poorly. Yeah. I knew I was pushing my luck with the 5. I knew it. I did. Panther 88 takes 5 to the left torso rear, 5 to the 89 takes 5 to the left leg, destroying his left leg, and 2 to the left torso, leaving him with 3 armor. Panther 89 falls on its right side, takes 4 to the right torso, 4 armor remaining, needs a 14 to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious. Alright, do we have eyes on anyone? We've got eyes on the High Scout. We've got 10 with the cluster munitions, 11 with the LRMs. We'll fire the LRMs and the cluster munitions, and maybe we'll get lucky and immobilize them. Never know. Outside of visual range. You sprinted, didn't you? Don't know why I clicked on Yarvik. You've got a Panther in your back, but his PPC is in minimum range, and the SRM4 is not that much of a threat. Our rear armor is holding it at 6s and 8s. We've got 9s on the Griffin, or we could turn around and get 8s on the Panther, or maybe a 6s on this Panther. That's actually kind of tempting. No. Target first. Even if it's not the best shot. We'll take the 9. And we'll take the SRM. No? Wait. That puts us at 4 heat. We can do better. We can do the 2 mediums. The SRM. That puts us at 2 heat and potentially gives us a better damage output. Yarvik at the Griffin, needing also 9s. It's going to be 2 larges, 1 medium, and a small, all on 9s. Let's see, the Orion hasn't got a target yet. Quick Draw hasn't got a target yet. So Warhammer, same deal, no targets. He's standing next to a height 3 wall. And Tentacle Shogun, nothing in range. Same with the Charger. Atlas missing on 10s and 11s. The High Scout missing on an 11. The Panther missing on a 10. Wolverine at the Griffin landing 2 SRMs to the left arm and left torso. Rifleman missing on all of his 9s. Panther at the Wolverine, hitting with 4 SRMs, using the left side table. Hitting the right torso, right arm, left torso. Right arm is down to 0 armor. That's a problem. The Manticore at the Wolverine, missing on 9s and 11s. I don't remember seeing a Manticore. That's a problem. The Griffin missing on 9s and 12s. Not a very eventful round. I'm not going to punch our friends. Oh man, kind of wish we had dodge. Or wish I had torso twisted so we could punch. Oh, the Panther picked up a tree club at some point and hits me in the back with it for 7 points of damage to the center torso rear, breaking the club. So that was not nice of him. I thought he was going for a kick or something. Let's see. Our Wolverine and our Rifleman are at 2 heat. Panther is at 4, and the Griffin is at 5. We've won initiative with a natural 12, going into round 8. Thumpers and Long Tom will be landing in 1 turn. And is this guy even trying to get away? I don't think he is. That is a height 4 building, and he's standing on rubble. He jumped 4 hexes into a rubble. Did he land on a busted building? Let's get the charger out of there if we can. At a walk, needing a 6. Made the 6. Yes, made the 6. These are all very weak buildings, not to be stood upon. This is 75. So let's see, we could jump up here, land to that drone carrier, and then set ourselves up to take on the Manticore in a turn or 2. Oh, 1 sec. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. It was just a slight interruption there. So where were we? We had the Warhammer also trying to take out this High Scout. Needs a 4. We can do that, right? Yes, yes we can. Construction 10, construction 95. We can. Actually, do we need to jump? What's the height difference there? That's a height 2, that's a height 4. How are we able to do that? You know, essentially 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Either way, we're in the back of the Griffin now, which is a good place to be. And let's go wreck some Panthers, shall we? Needs a 3, we can make a 3, I'm sure. We did, we got a 9, an 8, and a 6. RNGesus be praised. Thumper landing on buildings. Thumper landing on buildings. Long Tom landing on some buildings. Thumper hitting the Griffin for 5 to the left arm, leaving it with 9 armor. Alright. Earl has, looks like, no targets to speak of. Petra, likewise, with no targets. Wyvern has a shot into the back of this Griffin on 9s. We can go ahead and shoot him up for his insolence. Yeah, we'll go full 10. Let's see. Our Wolverine is the only one who has a shot on the Griffin. What height is this building? That's height 2, that's height 4, so we can't get a punch in. We might as well just fire the 7s all day long. Ooh, do we burn hot? Do we go up to 7 heat? I think we go up to 7 heat. We'll skip the large laser next turn. We can handle that. However, get the Panther needing 7s. We'll do something similar to what we did last turn with both larges, the medium, and the small. Let's see, the Orion I don't think has any shots unless the quick draw spot for him. Quick draw apparently cannot spot. Oh, no. Yeah, maybe we can. We spot. Or we've got an 8. 8s and. Ooh, just 8s all around. Let's see, that's 12, that's 15. Yeah, we'll do the large to start with. 2, 3, skip the 4th, and fire the SRMs. That puts us at 4 heat. Nice place to be. The Orion, since we didn't spot, we can't shoot the Orion. Warhammer has a shot on this dragon, looks like. On a 10. Or if I make the High Scout my primary target, that'd be a 12. We've got 8s on the High Scout. Let's go ahead. We'll do 8s and we'll do a bunch of 7s. Oh, Merlone has a Merlone, right? Henshaw, excuse me. Yeah, Henshaw has a shot on the dragon on 10s. Charger's still not close enough to have any shots. Griffin landing his PPC on the Wolverine's center torso. Ouch. Archer shooting into the back of the Griffin hits him in the head with his first missile, forcing a consciousness check. Right torso rear, center torso rear, more center and right torso rear. Center torso is down to 1 armor, left torso is down to 4. Didn't get the penetration though. High Scout lands a single SRM on the Warhammer's right arm. Our Wolverine at the Griffin landing a single medium laser to the right leg. Panther missing. Rifleman at the Panther. Lands a large laser on his right arm, his PPC arm, gets a lucky through armor crit and blows the arm clean off. Medium lasers to the left leg and right torso rear, or small laser to the right torso rear. Panther at the Wolverine lands 3 SRMs to the right left torso and the left arm. Quick draw at the Manticore, landing the large laser on the turret, medium laser on the right side. Vedette missing the Manticore at the Wolverine, hitting him in right torso with a PPC and a medium laser following that up. Warhammer at the High Scout, missing with the PPC but landing medium lasers, 2 to the rear, costing it a movement point, 2 to the turret, 1 to the left side, costing it half of its move. The Griffin missing the Wolverine, the Marauder, landing some SRMs on the Dragon to the left arm, left torso, center torso. Dragon at the Wolverine lands an autocannon 5 to the right torso rear, down to 1 armor there. Wolverine looking pretty beat up at this point. Needs a 5 to stay standing, gets an 11. The Griffin needs an 8 to stay standing, gets a 6. Takes 5 to the center torso rear, critting on his engine. Needs an 8 to avoid damage, needs a 5 to stay conscious. Physical attacks, no, no, no. Yes. We'll kick him on a 4, maybe hopefully blow out his leg or something. Berlone, no. Charger, no. He punched us in the left torso, we're down to 17 armor. We kicked him in the left leg, he's down to 7 structure, but no crit. Panther tries to punch us, needs a 9, gets a 7. And then the one that we kicked needs a 7 to stay standing, gets an 8. Let's see, Wyvern is at 4 heat, Wolverine is at 7. How bad off is this Wolverine? That's no armor on the right arm, that's single digits on the right torso rear, center torso, and center torso rear. So he is ready to retire, I think, before we lose that arm. We have 1 initiative going into round 9. We're at 96% or thereabouts. Op 4 is at 40%. Designated target is at 92%. Let's see. Charger wants to try and book it, I think, as hard as he can down this way. Or do we hook this way? Yeah, I think I want to keep the speed up this turn. Let's see if they can move something else before we go. Need a 3, we could do that, sure. Bumper landing this turn. Do we want to be under it? What are the odds that he misses? What are the odds that he hits? What does he need? Say? Doesn't say. I think it's an 11 for indirect fire off board, though. Means there's a good chance it'll scatter? Not sure. Back up and try to tempt this dragon into... let's get this Wolverine out of here. I think that's the best move to make right now. I want to turn my left side. But oh, he moved to the High Scout. Yeah. alone, and the Warhammer, you can back up, keep firing PPCs and lasers at that high scout, if nothing else. Alright, Wyvern might be about to get a kill on this Panther. Thank you. Get into the back of that Manticore, get a point of evasion going. See what we can do. Maybe start taking pot shots at that Vedette. Perhaps. And we need a 3. We can get a 3, I think. Yeah. Got it with a 7 and a 9. They got it with an 11. Thumper destroying a building. Thumper landing on the Vedette to the right side for 5. The turret and the rear costing it a movement point. A Long Tom landing on Atlas for 5 to the right torso, down to 2 armor there. 5 to the archer's left torso, down to 19 armor there. And the Thumper landing on the Warhammer for 5 to the right leg. So, artillery has turned unhelpful. Charger has no targets. Marauder. Like it has no targets. Where did that dragon go? Oh, there's that dragon. Got a 6 on the high scout. That would be a 7 on the dragon with the mediums. Yeah. Go full out with the mediums. Skip one of the smalls, and we'll fire a PPC with the high scout. That puts us at 34 heat, 30 heat sinking, no penalties. Earl at this prone griffin. Speaking of griffins, where did our target go? Lost sight of him, boys. Yeah, so we've got, looks like 4s and 5s on him. We'll start with 5. Skip the large laser, we'll just go with the mediums. Small SRM. Might as well go with large. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the autocannon, the large, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mediums, small, and the SRMs. Let's see. Petra does not have any targets. Wyvern, you came here to mess up a Panther, and let's see what you got. Stop at 4 heat. Wolverine, you have no targets, which means no one can see you, which is good. We've got some close range shots on this Manticore. We've got 7s. We'll stay at 3 heat. No, we'll go 4 with the small laser. Let's see, the Orion has 9s on all of you. How bad off is this Panther? That left leg is about to come off. Maybe we can get a mobility crit on him. Yeah, we'll fire the 2 mediums, the LRM, the SRM, and follow that with the LBX on cluster munitions. Quick draw, you came up here to fire on the Vedette, and that's what I'm going to have you. 7. That's better than 9. 11. 8s. Ooh. Yeah, let's try and take out this Panther, though. I'm less worried about the Vidette getting away. Oh. We jumped. We carried heat in from the previous turn, so I will do 7. We'll do 1 medium and 1 SRM, and that puts us at 23 heat. See the Warhammer at the dragon, glancing off the right leg, solid hit to the left arm, solid hit to the center torso, glancing blow to the left arm. Or no, that's a small laser to the left arm. Small laser to the center torso and left arm, both glancing. The PPC misting on a 7. The High Scout hitting the Warhammer with 2 SRMs to the right torso and right arm. Atlas at the Griffin, hitting the LBX to the right arm, large laser to the right torso, medium laser to the right arm, medium laser to the right arm, destroying it, medium laser to the left arm, leaving it with 0 armor, small laser to the left torso, and 4 SRMs, mostly to the right side, transferring to the right torso. Yeah. Right arm critical doesn't turn into a right torso critical, I guess. The Panther missing his SRMs on a 9, Panther missing his PPC on an 11. Archer at the Panther, landing a slew of SRMs. Left torso, left arm, left leg, right torso, center torso, critting on the gyro twice. Left arm destroyed. And the ammo goes up. So yeah, Panther destroyed by ejection. Let's see. Vidette missing the Orion on 11, the Manticore missing on 10s and 12s, except for 8 LRMs, which hit the Orion in the right arm and the left torso. Rifleman at the Manticore, hitting it in the right side, costing it a minor mode of damage. 2 medium, or a medium and a small laser to the rear as well. The Orion at the Panther, missing with everything except the LBX, which does not penetrate anything. The Dragon hitting the Warhammer in the center torso with a medium laser. The Quick Draw missing on 7s and 9s. That's what, 100-point building? 95. I could bring that down to 75. If he's gonna stay in that hex, one more kick ought to do it. Yep. Nope. 150 is the construction factor. There's no point in punching that. Alright, building's down to 75. Alright, heat phase. Atlas is at 2 heat, Archer is at 4, Rifleman is at 4, Quick Draw is at 3, Warhammer is at 4. Starting to run pretty hot. Panther is now at 8. And has been, apparently. Game 13, sinks 13. Griffin is down to 4. Going into round 10, which will probably be the last round for tonight. We've won initiative. We're at 95%. Op 4 is at 32. Designated target is at 92. Alright, all the artillery that's going to land on my head. Oh, there's the Griffin. How can we capitalize on that? Sprint past this incoming artillery here. Yeah, that's 3 thumpers. I'm sure we're going to catch some of that. we can back up to here at a walk. Yes, please. Keep that left side towards everyone. You need more than one round? I mean, there's still a lot of enemy targets on this map. There's 2 mediums and a heavy and a light and a bunch of tanks. So yeah, I don't think this battle's going to be over quite in one more round. I think it's more likely going to be a couple more rounds, but I don't think it's going to be much of next week's episode. I don't think it'll cut in too badly. Manticore doesn't have a target if I don't give him a target. Yeah, we'll just spend our turn turning. Actually, we could torso twist and do that. How's our left side looking? Our left side is fine. Yeah, we're gonna stand still. Alright, Panther takes 5 to the left arm, leaves him with 4 armor. Manticore takes 5 to the front. Quickdraw takes 5 to the center torso, destroying his searchlight. Thumper lands on the Orion for 5 to the right torso. Long Tom lands on some woods and some buildings, destroying 4 buildings in one go. And then the Thumper landing on some terrain. Alright, so the Griffin is firing at Yarvik, and that looks like... Yeah, that's in his side arc. That's not even in his back. I'm not worried about that. This Griffin, however, needs to be very worried. That building, 100. So we would have to do 46 points of damage to the building to collapse it. I think I'd rather, well, why is that building? Like 4. 46, huh? Three, 4, 5. Hang on. Yeah, we'll do the Griffin with the autocannon. See, that's 8, 13, 18, 23, 28, 33, 36, plus whatever this is. So that's 36, 38 guaranteed so far. Uh, 38. And 48 should do it. That should leave it with 52. He's 55. Nice. Alright. And then we've got Wyvern who can sandpaper him to death, hopefully. Depending on the building's gonna crumble at the end of shooting, I believe. So we're gonna sandpaper the armor off of him, and then the fall will do the damage that goes internal, unless we kill him with autocannons. Wolverine not doing anything. Yarvik on the Vedette. We got 5s. Nice. And we'll take a couple of 8s too, just to get our heat under control instead of a large laser. High Scout. We'll go 8, 8. We'll go 12. We'll go 9. We'll go 8. This thing has all the heat sinks it needs. Let's see, the quick draw at the Panther. Let's just go with the regular 15-point spread. Berlone at the Dragon. We'll go with a bunch of 6s. Take that as a cooldown turn. Oh, sprinted this turn. Dang. Oh, right, to get out from under the artillery. Oh, I saw no gyro and prone. Alright, the Griffin, missing 10s on the Rifleman. The Chippewa at the Manticore, landing a medium laser to the right side. SRMs to the turret and right side, destroying the engine and immobilizing it. 9 LRMs to the right side, leaving it with 3 armor and costing it, again, half of its armor movement points. 9 more LRMs to the right side and the front, stunning the crew, leaving it with 4 structure. Atlas at the Griffin, landing the LBX on the center torso, large laser and everything hitting as expected. Hardened building is already down to 52 construction factor, so it is going down. Banshee at the Griffin, hitting the left torso, center torso, left arm, right torso critical, down to 0 armor, but not getting the crit. Left leg and right torso again with a small laser. Archer at the Griffin, landing a whole mess of SRMs. Center torso twice, down to 1 armor. Center torso again. Right arm, right torso. Oh, there goes the ammo. There goes the ammo, destroyed by ejection. Rifleman at the Vedette, landing on medium lasers on the turret and front. Autocannons to the turret, down to 0 armor. Small laser to the left side, costing it half its movement points. The High Scout, landing in a single SRM on the Marauder's right arm. The Stuka at the Manticore, hitting it in the left side, the front, and the left side again with large lasers. Costing it, again, more than half of its movement points. Small laser to the left side. Panther missing on a 9. The Orion at the High Scout, landing a medium laser to the left side. All 10 pellets of the LBX hit, immobilizing it, stunning the crew, stunning the crew, stunning the crew again. Vedette landing a machine gun on the Rifleman's left arm. The quick draw at the Panther, hitting the right leg and the right torso. SRMs to the right torso and left arm. Manticore landing a PPC on the Chippewa's nose. Possible critical hit from damage threshold. Boom. Yeah. For sure. Things are definitely going boom. This mission is admittedly almost over. I just won't have time to quite wrap it up, I don't think. Warhammer at the Dragon, medium lasers to the left leg, left torso, center torso, left arm, left torso, left leg, left torso, right arm. A bunch of those were glancing, half of them were small lasers, so not a lot of damage compared to what it sounded like. The Griffin missing his alarm 10 at the Chippewa. The Dragon landing a medium laser on the Warhammer's left torso. Griffin falling damage. Hit by falling debris for 5 damage to the right leg, which transfers to... Oh wait, the Griffin's dead. It blew up. The dragon took 20 plus damage, falls, takes 6 damage to the right leg, needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot, and barely succeeds. No physical attacks there, none there, none there. There. Can we punch? We cannot punch. Fired by autocannons, that's fine. And the quick draw can step on the Manticore on -1, or he can kick the Panther on a 3. If we kick the Panther, we'd be guaranteed to hit the right leg. And we'd be guaranteed to do 11 points of damage, which would destroy the right leg and immobilize the Panther. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then we will also, I guess, try to kick the... Oh, can we not? Is it up on a hill? Height 2, level 1. Level 2. Alright, yeah, no, we can only punch and fired one of... Oh, we didn't fire a PPC this turn, so we can do 14 damage to the building. Alright, quick draw. Successfully landed his kick on the Panther's right leg, destroying it and transferring into the right torso. Warhammer punching the building is down to 136. Panther goes down, takes 4 to the left torso, needs a 3 to stay conscious. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and save it. We'll save it as Assassinate. So that's the kind of mission this is. Now, alright, I'm going to have to mess around with the resolution on my second monitor again to cut the stream off. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. It's been a great pleasure having you all here. I'm glad you could join us. Shout out to the MIJ. Unless you want me to call you the Midge, but I'd rather not. I hope everyone had as good a time as I did, and we'll see you in the next one.